Well, when I was a child, I was obsessed with aircraft. I'd go down to the airport and just take photos of aircraft landing and taking off. It wasn't until I was about 10 years old that I actually got to go up in an aircraft and I got to see all those computer screens. It was what I wanted to do. I knew from an early age I wanted to do something with aircraft. In high school, I enjoyed my technical subjects. I also enjoyed a bit of physics because I learnt the way things worked. I like to know how things work. I wasn't very good at maths, so it wasn't something I loved doing. In fact, actually in year 11, I failed a few math tests, and at this point, my maths teacher actually said to me, look, you're not going to pass year 12. And I took that to heart a little bit, and it really spurred me on and inspired me to do really well because I wanted to prove him wrong and show him that I wasn't a failure and that I could actually do it if I put the effort in. I thought, this is it, now's the time, and I put my head down. I put some more effort into my work and it started paying off. And then when I did get into uni, I did a bridging course in maths, maths 2, and I ended up getting a high distinction for it. At the time I thought the teacher was actually being a bit hard, but I now look back at that and think, wow, that was a turning point for me. He actually did me a huge favour. Uni was a lot of fun. We designed some really cool things. I remember in the first couple of years we designed a mobile robot, and this little robot would travel on its own, and if anything was in its path, it would stop, recognise that, reverse and turn around and go in the opposite direction. From that, we then got to build on that technology and we designed an autonomous airship, which is basically an airship with autopilot. And to design that from scratch and actually see it flying around was really cool. And we ended up winning the Institution of Engineering and Technology's Rex Johns Student Paper Prize. So it opened up our eyes to what engineering can do for you. Well, I work for BAE Systems Australia, which is a prime contractor to the Australian Defence Force. On a day-to-day basis, I get to play with electronics, and that includes technologies such as radar warning receivers, directed infrared countermeasures, and basically these are all systems which you put onto an aircraft to protect that aircraft from any type of threat. I didn't become a pilot, but to know that the technologies that we're designing and putting on these aircraft are actually going to help protect the men and women of the Australian Defence Force, that gives you a lot of satisfaction. You think back to yourself and think, gee, when I was a kid, looking at those planes taking off at the airport, and now I'm actually in this aircraft, and I wouldn't have thought it would really happen that way. I definitely make the most of every opportunity, and through taking up every opportunity, I think I've got where I am today.